luxury, technology, and power, all packed into one of BMW's boldest 7 Series ever. But with time passing, why should you still buy the F01 today? The BMW 7 Series F01 marked a bold step forward for BMW's flagship sedan lineup, produced between 2008 and 2015. Unlike its predecessor, the E65, which bore the unmistakable signature of Chris Bangle, the F01 generation was designed under the supervision of Adrian van Hooydonk, bringing a more refined, elegant, and less controversial aesthetic. The design philosophy focused on combining traditional BMW cues with modern luxury: a strong, sculpted shoulder line, the prominent kidney grille, and a sleek yet stately silhouette. Facelifts in 2012 brought subtle refinements, updated headlights and taillights, revised bumpers, and minor chrome accents, while the overall proportions remained largely unchanged. The F01 designation indicates the body variants: F01 for the standard wheelbase, short, F02 for the long wheelbase, offering extra rear legroom and executive comfort, and F03, the hybrid version. Pre-facelift F03 models combined a V8 petrol engine with electric assistance, while facelift F03 hybrids moved to a 6-cylinder petrol engine paired with electric drive. The 7 Series F01 also introduced a significant evolution in terms of interior luxury and technology. Multiple interior editions were available, including the individual edition and rare bespoke options inspired by nautical themes, offering exquisite materials, unique trim options, and highly customizable layouts. For the first time in a 7 Series, head-up display technology was incorporated, alongside selectable driving modes for the engine, transmission, and suspension, allowing drivers to tailor the vehicle's behavior to their preferences. The facelift added not just aesthetic touches but also updates to engines and technology packages. Safety and convenience features were pushed forward with innovations such as lateral cameras for better intersection visibility, enhancing both luxury and driver assistance. Additionally, the F01 introduced advanced suspension systems and adaptive lighting features that automatically adjusted the beam to prevent dazzling oncoming traffic. This generation of the 7 Series blended BMW's driving dynamics with supreme comfort and technological sophistication, setting a high bar in the luxury sedan segment and cementing its reputation as a desirable yet complex flagship model. This generation offered 2 main body styles: the standard wheelbase, F01, and the long wheelbase, F02, providing additional rear legroom for chauffeured driving. Inside, the cabin could be outfitted with multiple seating arrangements, including rear executive seats in the long wheelbase variant. Optional features like soft closed doors enhanced the sense of refinement, while the ergonomic layout of controls, iDrive system, and ambient lighting contributed to an overall sense of harmony. Special editions like the individual and yacht offered exclusive materials and finishes, from rare wood trims to bespoke leather, making each vehicle a unique experience. BMW offered a wide range of engines in the 2008 to 2015 generation, each tailored for distinct driving experiences and technological sophistication. The non-facelift models showcased BMW's traditional mix of smooth, naturally aspirated engines, turbocharged petrols, and diesels, all paired with carefully chosen transmissions. The 730i, equipped with a 3.0-litre inline-6 naturally aspirated engine producing 258 horsepower and 310 Nm of torque, came with an 8-speed automatic transmission and could accelerate from 0 to 100 km/h in 7.4 seconds, delivering refined cruising and exceptional reliability. The 740i featured a 4-litre V8 twin-turbo with 320 to 326 horsepower and 450 Nm of torque, paired with a 6-speed automatic, reaching 100 km/h in 5.9 seconds and offering sportier thrust while requiring attentive maintenance. Moving up the range, the 750i with its 4.4-litre V8 twin-turbo generating 400 to 407 horsepower and 600 Nm of torque also utilized a 6-speed automatic, sprinting to 100 km/h in 5.2 seconds, perfectly balancing luxury and performance. At the top of the petrol lineup, the 760i housed a 6.0-litre V12 producing 544 horsepower and 750 Nm of torque, equipped with an 8-speed automatic transmission, achieving 0 to 100 km/h in just 4.6 seconds and delivering unmatched smoothness and torque delivery. Diesel variants were designed with efficiency and long-distance comfort in mind. The 730D and 730LD used a 3-litre inline-6 turbo diesel producing 245 to 258 horsepower and 540 Nm of torque, mated to a 6-speed automatic, reaching 0 to 100 km/h in 7.2 seconds and offering ideal efficiency. The 740D shared the same engine architecture but with 306 horsepower and 600 Nm of torque, accelerating to 100 km/h in 6.3 seconds. The 740D X-Drive was the only pre-facelift diesel with an 8-speed automatic, providing enhanced traction and stability. The active hybrid 7 in its initial pre-facelift form combined a V8 petrol engine with electric assistance, delivering a 0 to 100 km/h time of 4.9 seconds and blending electrified performance with efficiency. By the 2012 facelift, BMW standardized 8-speed automatic transmissions across all engines, enhancing both fuel efficiency and shift smoothness. Petrol variants were slightly refined, with the 730i retaining its 3-litre inline-6 producing 258 horsepower and achieving 0 to 100 km/h in 7.4 seconds, while the 740i's turbocharged 3.0-litre inline-6 increased responsiveness, reaching 100 km/h in 5.7 seconds. The 750i with its 4.4-litre V8 twin-turbo accelerated to 100 km/h in 4.8 seconds, and the 760Li remained the benchmark with 544 horsepower and 4.6 seconds to 100 km/h. Diesel models also improved, with the 730D achieving 6.1 seconds to 100 km/h, the 740D reaching 5.5 seconds, and the new 750D powered by a 3-litre tri-turbo delivering 381 horsepower and 4.9 seconds to 100 km/h, demonstrating that diesel performance could rival petrol models. The facelift active hybrid 7 transitioned to a 3-litre inline-6 hybrid setup, producing a 0 to 100 km/h time of 5.7 seconds, offering a smoother and more efficient hybrid experience compared to the earlier V8 hybrid. This rich variety of engines, combined with either rear-wheel drive or X-Drive all-wheel drive, allowed the 7 Series to cater to drivers seeking effortless long-distance cruising, exhilarating straight-line performance, or technologically enhanced hybrid efficiency. Every motor and transmission pairing was carefully engineered, making the F01 generation not only a statement of luxury but also a versatile and sophisticated flagship sedan. BMW equipped the 7 Series with cutting-edge technologies that were class firsts, creating a cabin that felt both futuristic and supremely comfortable. A head-up display projected essential driving information directly onto the windshield, allowing the driver to stay informed without looking away from the road, while side-mounted front cameras aided visibility at intersections, enhancing safety in urban environments. Selectable driving modes allowed the driver to tailor throttle response, transmission behavior, and suspension settings for either relaxed cruising or sportier dynamics, while the adaptive suspension, including dynamic drive and active adaptive M systems, balance ride comfort and handling with remarkable precision. Night vision technology integrated into the dashboard display further expanded driver awareness, complemented by pre-safe braking and fatigue alert systems that proactively improved safety. The attention to passenger comfort was equally impressive. All models featured electrically adjustable seats with memory functions, while higher-end trims offered ventilated and massaging front seats. In long-wheelbase variants, rear passengers enjoyed increased legroom, luxurious seating arrangements, and a central armrest equipped with a dedicated multimedia system, allowing control over entertainment options and climate settings. Electrically operated sunshades were available for both the rear window and side rear windows, ensuring privacy and shielding occupants from the sun. Soft closed doors and multiple high-end audio systems, including optional Bang & Olufsen units, further reinforced the sense of luxury. The 2012 facelift refined these features even further, updating infotainment interfaces, interior trim options, and introducing more advanced driver assistance technologies. Despite the car's age, these updates ensured that the 7 Series remained modern, comfortable, and technologically sophisticated, delivering an experience that combined both high-class executive luxury and BMW's signature driver-focused innovation. While the BMW 7 Series F01 generation impressed with its refinement and cutting-edge technologies, it was not without flaws. Owners often reported that the complex electronic systems, which were a hallmark of this luxury sedan, could become a source of frustration over time. Malfunctions in iDrive modules, parking sensors, or electronic control units were not uncommon, sometimes requiring costly repairs. On the mechanical side, certain engines had well-known weaknesses. The 4.4-litre V8 petrol units, while powerful and smooth, often suffered from turbocharger failures and heat-related stress on the valve stem seals, leading to increased oil consumption. Diesel variants, particularly the 3-litre inline-six, were praised for efficiency but could be vulnerable to timing chain wear, especially in cars driven predominantly in city traffic. The 4-litre twin-turbo diesel, with its immense torque, gained a reputation for straining the gearbox, which in some cases led to expensive transmission overhauls. Suspension issues were also a recurring theme. The adaptive air suspension, although delivering exceptional ride comfort, proved to be delicate in the long run. Many owners experienced failures of air struts or compressors, which resulted in costly replacements. Similarly, steering components and bushings tended to wear faster than expected, particularly on heavier long-wheelbase versions equipped with larger wheels. Cooling system problems, a classic BMW trait, persisted as well. Water pumps and radiators could fail prematurely, and overheating remained a risk, especially on V8 and V12 engines if maintenance was neglected. Battery drain was another frequent complaint, tied to the multitude of electronic systems constantly drawing power even when the car was parked. Despite these shortcomings, most issues could be mitigated with careful maintenance and preventive servicing. The 7 Series remained a car that rewarded owners with unmatched comfort and driving dynamics, provided they were willing to invest in keeping its sophisticated systems in top shape. The BMW 7 Series F01 represented a turning point for BMW's flagship sedan, blending traditional Bavarian driving dynamics with a newfound focus on cutting-edge technology and uncompromising luxury. Designed under Adrian van Hooydonk, it moved away from the controversial lines of its predecessor and returned to a more elegant, timeless silhouette, while still embracing bold innovations. From its wide range of powertrains, spanning from smooth inline-sixes and powerful V8 to the imposing V12 and experimental hybrid systems, the F01 generation catered to almost every type of luxury buyer. Paired with advanced transmissions, and, in facelift models, an 8-speed automatic across the board, the driving experience ranged from refined cruising to breathtaking acceleration, especially in the V12 and high-output diesels. Inside, the 7 Series delivered one of the most advanced and comfortable cabins of its era. Electrically adjustable seats with memory, ventilation, and massage functions, rear seat entertainment systems with controls in the center armrest, and a long-wheelbase variant offering unmatched rear passenger space placed it at the forefront of executive sedans. Coupled with soft closed doors, optional Bang & Olufsen audio, adaptive suspension, and a wide suite of driver assistance technologies, it offered a level of sophistication that few rivals could match. Yet, this innovation came at a price. The F01 developed a reputation for expensive upkeep, from delicate suspension components to complex electronic systems and high-maintenance engines. For many, however, the rewards of owning one outweighed the challenges, as few cars could combine luxury, presence, and performance in such a commanding way. Ultimately, the BMW 7 Series F01 generation cemented itself as both a technological pioneer and a symbol of prestige. It stood as proof that BMW could deliver a true luxury limousine without abandoning its driver-focused heritage, even if ownership required a blend of passion, patience, and a willingness to invest in keeping such a sophisticated machine running at its best. So, what do you think? Would you still consider owning a BMW 7 Series F01 today, knowing both its incredible luxury and its complex maintenance needs? Let me know in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more deep dives into iconic cars.